After knowing the basics and the intricacies of a sales video, we're going to explore how the video should be presented. In this module, we're going to look more on what's outside of the sales video screen. We're going to explore more on the sales page rather than making the video itself, because the idea of having a video is to enhance a sales page. Here, we're going to look at what are pure video sales letters, pure copy, and hybrid video sales letters. We're going to look at the good, the bad, and everything in between. First of all, let's look at what is a pure video sales letter. A pure video sales letter is a page where there is only a video and an opt-in form in the page, or any call to action. This is where the video does all the selling without the aid of text or copy. The page itself can usually be seen in whole without having to scroll down. There's only a video and a call to action. This kind of sales letter is rather contemporary. Nowadays, communication has gotten more visual heavy, and a pure video sales letter embodies that change. A pure video sales letter is usually designed to be slick and simple, not necessarily minimalistic. However, having that simplicity and directness makes the sales letter design look clean and not cluttered with text, copy, images, and unnecessary clip art. Usually, the only control the visitor has is the play and pause button on the video. If you look at modern advertisements on billboards, on some sales letters and posters, you'd see that what they sell strongly is actually the image. The visual is the dominant element. So, what can we do to make up for the absence of a copy in a pure video sales letter? The answer is the script and the presentation, of course. For you to sell only with video, you need to have a well-written and strong sales script. It may sound easy to write a script, but remember that this will be your only weapon, so you really need to write a good one. If you're not bold enough to do it yourself, you can always hire a writer. The presenter of the video, usually the product vendor, also has to have a spokesperson charm. A sales video is not too far off from a face-to-face sales pitch. All the qualities needed in a face-to-face selling are needed in a video presentation too, like having a controlled tone of voice, strong command of language, also body language, and above all, charisma. Now we know roughly of what is a pure video sales letter, let's discuss its advantages and disadvantages. We'll start with its advantages. First, a pure video sales letter is more contemporary and modern. People are more convinced with a sales page that doesn't look out of date or old, especially for digital products. Because of the simple and modern design, it's easier for visitors to absorb information presented in the video. A cluttered page can send a visitor away, as most elements in the page can be distracting. A slick and lean designed sales letter with a strong video presentation, however, has the power to be far more convincing. Not only the visitors don't have to read a long copy in order to get your message, it's also comfortable for them to hear your pitch. And with this style of design too, you can focus on making the video more than the design of the page. This will save you at least a fraction of a headache. Another advantage is that with less copy, or total absence of it, it means that you don't have to spend any energy or money in writing and coming up with a copy. That is one duty crossed off from your list. There are some drawbacks in making a pure sales video, of course. One of them is that without having sales copy, you'd need to come up with a great video script. So, in a way, there's still an advertising copy that has to be made, only in a different form. And without sales copy, too, the visitor couldn't get your message entirely should they feel the video is too laborious to watch, or if the video has trouble loading. That would usually spell trouble for you, and you'll lose a lot of customers. You can't be certain if the video reaches your prospects or not. Now we move on to the next sales letter format, which is pure copy. A pure copy is a very common form of sales letter. It doesn't contain any video. Instead, it focuses more on its advertising copy. This form of sales letter is maybe old-fashioned, but that doesn't change the fact that it is still effective. It's not entirely in text or dull like a newspaper article. It does contain some images and visuals of the product. Of course, visuals are needed. Without them, a sales letter wouldn't be complete. However, in a pure copy sales letter, the visuals are sparse. A pure copy sales letter focuses more on the copy and also how it's structured. What I mean by structured is, in this case, it's not only how the copy is written and the language aspects of it, but also how information is presented. It is very ineffective to have a sales letter that is strictly paragraph after paragraph of text. What a pure copy sales letter also has are bullet points, tables, and, as I've mentioned, a bit of images and visuals. So, in essence, a pure copy sales letter relies heavily on the body copy. But a visitor wouldn't just read the copy without a proper introduction to reel them in. There is a very important element that influences the effectiveness of this sales letter, which is the headline. The headline of a pure sales letter is what determines the readers. In fact, it's so important that internet marketers believe that the headlines do 80% of the selling. It plays a major part because the headline will determine whether the visitor will stay in your page and continue reading or skip it. Now, for the advantages of a pure copy sales letter, the first one would be that a pure copy sales letter doesn't require you to make a video, which means that you'll save a lot of time and energy so that you can attend to other businesses. Unlike videos, a full page copy is less likely to have problems loading because the page will be simple. Even though there are less elements in a pure video sales letter, as we discussed previously, the pure sales copy, even though it is not with the simplest design, still doesn't require much to load. A video is a heavy file, so it is likelier to encounter problems with it. Lastly, the advantage for having a pure copy sales letter is that you can send your message clearly. In a video, the audience might miss small details here and there, but a pure copy saves them from that. All information and messages that need to be sent are displayed on the page, and the readers could go through them at their own comfortable pace. The disadvantages of using a pure copy sales letter, firstly, is that without a video, it's less likely that the visitors have the discipline to stay on the page and pay attention and read a long copy that you've prepared. What people want is to have more visual-heavy content because it's easier to absorb. The next disadvantage of a pure copy sales letter is the length of the copy. Usually, a pure copy sales letter is very long. There is a lot of information to squeeze in a sales letter. All this information can be presented without taking too much time and effort in a sales video, where messages are spoken, not written. Also, in a pure copy sales letter, you need to be a good copywriter. You need to have the skills and know the techniques. It is actually trickier than you think. Let's move on to the next form, which is a hybrid video sales letter. A hybrid sales letter is a combination of both pure video sales letter and pure copy sales letter. In many ways, it has the best of both worlds. A hybrid sales letter has a sales video that is usually the first thing the audience sees. It is located directly below or above the headline. The headline doesn't play a big part like in a pure copy sales letter. In a hybrid video sales letter, as usually, in these pages, the video plays automatically and it will be the attention grabber. Below the video is the copy. The copy here may not be as long as a pure copy sales letter, but it still has to have all the qualities of a pure copy sales letter, which are sufficient information, structure, a little bit of images, and a very strong and convincing writing. The length of the copy for the sales letter is entirely up to you. You can choose to have a short or long form copy. However, it's important to note here that the length of the copy is not really vital. Don't assume that the audience wouldn't read a long copy, because it's proven that they do. In fact, a long form copy has proven to sell and is as effective as a short form copy. Now we are going to look at the advantages and disadvantages of a hybrid sales letter. First, we'll talk about the advantages. One of the reasons for using the hybrid sales letter is that, as mentioned, it has the advantages of both pure video sales letters and pure copy sales letters. To recap, the video allows the audience to get all the information needed concerning the product without being forced to read through the copy. Also, the video works as an attention grabber, and it is very effective in doing so. With a hybrid sales letter, chances of closing down sales are much higher than pure video sales letters or pure copy sales letters. This is the better choice. The only disadvantage of this is that now you have doubled the amount of work. You now have to prepare both a video and a copy. You may have to invest a little bit of money if you wish to delegate some of the work to other professionals. This might be laborious to some, but because of its effectiveness, it'll be worth it. In the end, what we want is not to carry out the easiest tasks. What we are after is success, and success is never easy.